How terrible was that? Ugh. I tell you, man. Hold on a second. I'm way too blue. There we go. Jesus, that was terrible. It seems that I started the stream on the wrong account, and all my brand assets are not here. So, what are you gonna do? That's what we got. Here we go. This is the way the stock platform, right? Fucking terrible. You know, it's funny when we first started this stuff. When we first started, like, doing these live streams and everything. I got to move something here. Hold on. And then I'll put this back over. Here we go. That's better. When I first started doing this live stream thing, that 30-second thing, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. It's just so funny. How you kind of evolve in this realm. It's like I was like, oh, this is so great. And we would start our live streams with that, like, the 30-second countdown and everything. And now I'm like, I don't know, because you'll be putting all this work to make shit, and now it's like, anyway. So I'm sorry about that. I wanted to do my intro and everything. I'm real excited, man. I'm excited to start hanging with you guys again. Everything looks different. This is crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on here. All right, that looks good. That's good. Let me switch cameras. Let me do this. Watch this. No, I guess it doesn't even have the there we go. Watch this. Crispy. Edward Ziff checking in, talking about the great Ozzy Osbourne. We lost a legend today, man, and one of my absolute all-time favorites. Like, for real. One of my favorites. I've seen Ozzy. I mean, dude, I've been to I saw Ozzy on the Ultimate Sin tour with Metallica opening up. It was their Master of Puppets. So it was the first time I saw Ozzy with Jakey Lee on guitar. And I saw Ozzy. I saw when he went to Zakk Wylde. Zakk Wylde's from New Jersey. I don't know if you guys knew that. And I used to wash dishes at a little restaurant called the Villa Molise in Lake Hiawatha, New Jersey. And I was 14 years old, and we would be there, from like 6 o'clock to 1 in the morning. And we would listen to WDHA 105.5. And at midnight, they had the metal news on Friday nights. And it was a big deal that Ozzy Osbourne signed. They did this whole guitar player search, and he chose this 19-year-old kid from New Jersey, from Jackson, New Jersey. And Zakk Wylde, I think his name was Zach Adams at the time, in a band called Xeris, and in New Jersey. And it was a big deal. And then when he came around that next tour, I was at Zakk Wylde's first show in New Jersey with Ozzy. I saw Ozzy every tour that he came around. Then I saw all the Ozfests up until, I don't know, recently. I saw him with Sabbath on the 13 tour. I mean, I saw Ozzy every time. And it's like, it was a big deal, man. And I'll tell you what, though, this year, he got inducted to the Black Sabbath was already inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This year, he got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist. And then they got to do 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, they got to do that huge show in his hometown of Birmingham in England. And it was an amazing send-off, this huge tribute show. I mean, who gets a better curtain call than that? In the Hall of Fame alongside Jetsfan, one of our very own, Q-Tip and the Tribe Called Quest, got inducted as well alongside Ozzy Osbourne. So, incredible night. Yep, Jets Chaos. Me and Jeremy were talking about Ozzy earlier, and Eminon. I mean, it's a big deal, man. For if you're into rock and roll, heavy metal at all, man, Ozzy's the shit. Ozzy and Sabbath, man. They started the whole thing. They put out their first album in 1969. So you think about it. Like, if you ever listen to their first album, it's like, it's just, you listen to it and it still holds up today. It's like it's heavy for today. And at the same time, Woodstock was going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like Crosby, Stills, and Nash and shit like that. Jimi Hendrix was playing the national anthem at Woodstock, and then there's fucking Black Sabbath right alongside him. So it's just an amazing thing. But yeah, Ozzy's gone, man. That's what I'm saying, Bearded. Couldn't have had a better send off. So it's like perfect. I mean, we should all be so lucky, you know. And then he got to pass away, as they said, surrounded by his family, his son, his daughter, you know, his other kids and everything. So his wife of fucking, they got married in what, 1981 or 82. So, you know. Hey, Jake checking in. What's up, buddy? There you go. Here it comes, injecting. Now, Jake, I don't know if you know this, but I got a lemon cucumber that we're hanging out with tonight. So this is going to be known as the Lemon Cucumber Show. And sadly, you know, the Ozzy Osbourne Memorial Show. I mean, you know, it's fucking, dude, it's a sad day. But, you know, look, 76 years old. The guy used to snort ants. You ever hear the story? Motley Crue, they were on tour with Ozzy, and they were heavy partiers, and they were like, you know, they thought they were gonna do, you know, out party Ozzy, and they said that they did something or whatever, something crazy, Nikki Sixx, and they said then Ozzy went on the ground, he saw a line of ants, and he snorted them, and they were like, yeah. We're lightweights. This guy, there's just no beating him. So a guy like that who's been addicted to heroin and cocaine and alcohol for fucking 50 years and 76 years old, and the send off, it's sad. And we lost a great one, but you know, hey, if I make it to 76 and I get to pass away with my family, and then thousands and millions of people are cheering me 2 weeks before I die, then I'm gonna be just know I'm happy with it. But I'm gonna miss him, man. I'm going to miss him. Jake, what do you think about this thing? I want to know what Jake thinks. There's a lemon cucumber, and I promised the other Jake. Is he in here? There, where is he? He's got to be in here. Tony Alexio's in here. Travis Preheim talking about Ozzy. I know, man. Yeah, this Jake, he's ready. So, yeah, he's like, I'm really only here to find out what the fuck this cucumber. So this is, I don't know if you can tell. I got like the weird blue lighting on, but it's a yellow cucumber. See that? Oh, there you go. You can see how yellow it is. So I don't know what this is. I never had one before. So I went in my, that's why I was a couple minutes late. Where did I put it? There it is. So I went in the house to get a knife, Jake. I'm going to cut it. Let's see what it looks like. You guys want to cut the cue? Well, let's wait a few minutes. We'll wait a few minutes. I just want to say hello to some people. Tony the GM's in the house. Look at that. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually, listen, I'm going to tell you something. In just complete honesty, I was significantly more like excited about last year. You know, Aaron Rodgers and all the guys, you know, all the people that we had. I thought that whether or not we won the Super Bowl, I thought we were going to be one of the better teams in the AFC, and we were going to compete. The fact that we ended up with 5 wins and just like embarrassing losses, watching guys like Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall run around the field and not be able to score like in that Arizona game, or like blow it in the fourth quarter. Like it fucking killed me. So I got to tell you though, Tony and everybody else, I am legitimately excited about this. Like, I feel like it's clean, right? Like, it's just like, look, we get an old Jet, one of our greats, to come in. He's done really fantastic things in the NFL as a coach. And he comes in, he brings that Parcellian attitude in here. Like, look, dude, if you're sitting in the tub, you can't make the club. You tight ends. You want the rock, you got to block, dude. I'm sorry. If you can't block, no rock. Like, just simple shit. No. Yeah, but my name is, I don't give a shit. I was drafted in the, I don't care. You don't do this, you don't get that. What do you want from me? Earn it. Prove to me I'm the coach. Prove to me that I'm supposed to have you on the field when I got to have my 11 best guys trying to win a game. Tell me why you should be out there. And not because you were drafted or because we're paying you X. I don't give two shits. And I like that. And there's no real primetime bullshit where they're stuffing us in the 1 o'clock corner, the dark corner of the NFL, the armpit of America over there. Just stick us. That's right. Right in East Rutherford. Nobody's looking. There you go. Even the big game against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers and DK Metcalf. Good. 1 o'clock in East Rutherford, New Jersey. You know what I mean? No Monday night. 2 years in a row, we're the Monday night game. Opening day. What did we do to deserve this? Did they not pay attention? And then after the first year, the NFL actually said we felt like the Jets owed us. We owe you? What do we owe you? We haven't eclipsed 7 wins since 2015. Like, what do we fucking owe you, dude? We didn't get a roughing the passer penalty. We didn't draw a roughing the passer penalty for 2 seasons, dude. It was such a big deal when we played the Chargers that we got one that the entire stadium erupted like we just won the Super Bowl. We owe you. You owe me. You owe us, damn it. So I don't know. I feel like this year, look, we signed our guys. You get rid of CJ Mosley. We love him. Great guy. Good leader. He's done. You get rid of him. You get rid of Solomon Thomas, all the solid guys, all the Son Reddick. Just get the fuck everybody out. And you re-sign Jamie and Sherwood. You re-sign Garrett Wilson after 3 years. You re-sign Sauce Gardner after 3 years. You get Jermaine Johnson back. You work him back nice on a pitch count. You don't get nuts. You got a 3-headed monster for the running back position. You know what I mean? And it's nice and clean. You got a nice young offensive line. You got a new young quarterback, athletic. Now he's, we all, but he's a young guy. Swamp Ranger checking in. Good. Move into your house, buddy. Congrats. Waikiki gets old. You're in Hawaii, man. I know everything. Look, too much of anything can get old, buddy. Well, I hope that it's beautiful and it's a good switch for you, my good friend. I feel like we're good friends, Swamp Ranger. Kevin's here. Hello. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. It's good. But I feel like this season is clean. That's what I feel like. We were talking on the Jets panel earlier, the Talking Jets panel, about like our defensive end. So we got Will McDonald, you got Jermaine Johnson, who's going to be on a pitch count. We don't know how long it'll take him to get back to form and everything. And we hope he does get back to form. So do you need to sign somebody to kind of fit? And it's like, well, I don't think we do. You drafted Tyler Barron. I don't know what he is, but you drafted him. You got Braden McGregor. You got Eric Watts. These young guys that have been on the team for now, there's, a couple of years now. And you see what you got. You see if there's something here you're worth developing. How do you figure that out? By having them on the practice squad, having them play, in practice and in camp, 3rd string reps in camp? No. You get them in there. You get them on the roster and you get them in the game and you see. And I think that's what we should do this year. This is the year that your offensive line gels. This is the year that you see what you got in Justin Fields. If the Garrett Wilson Fields connection can be something, you see which tight ends, if Ruckert is going to be able to do something. Middleton, he's not the greatest coach in the world, we found out, and he's still unemployed. So that's all you need to know. Hello, Go Hangard. Good to see you. Gator's here. What's up, Gator? God bless Ozzy. I'm gutted. He discovered 3 of my favorite guitar players. I'll tell you, man, 3 monsters. Yeah, I was working out today. You know what I was listening to? I listened to the Osmosis album. I forget how much I love that album. I'm telling you, man. I mean, Sabbath is my big jam, but like solo Ozzy is epic, dude. And I forget how much. Like, obviously, the first 3 albums are badass with Blizzard, Diary, and Bark at the Moon. But you forget, man. Like, No Rest for the Wicked, No More Tears, Osmosis. I mean, those are serious albums. They're unbelievable. So yeah, man, I love Jakey Lee. I remember I was in 8th grade when they remember maybe 8th or 9th grade when they got rid of him, and I was like, what? No way. But then Zach's a fucking monster. My best friend, Steve Gibb, was in Black Label Society for a couple of years. He played bass in Black Label Society. And check this out. So they were on the Ozfest tour. My buddy was so fucked up as a dream. Everybody's drunk and on drugs and everything. My buddy was so bad that they kicked him off the tour. Kicked him off. He got kicked off of Ozfest. Isn't that something? That's a story, everybody. Not everybody can say that. My friend can. But that's who, and when we went up to see Pantera in Baltimore, we got to hang out on Zach's tour bus for a little while. Got to hang out backstage with Pantera and everything, but let me see. I'll find you the picture of us on Zach Wild's tour bus. Where is it? Where is this picture? Okay, I got to go back a little further here, but I'll show you. Yeah, okay, I'm getting there. I just forget when it was. Let's see. So yeah, Zach Wild's an absolute beast, man. I mean, they, just like you said, Randy Rhoads and Jakey Lee were monsters as well, of course. But let's see, where the fuck is it? Nope, I'm all the way back at the Talking Jets meetup here. There's King Diamond. There's our King Diamond show. There's David Gilmour. Was it before or after that? I thought it was before that. Maybe not. Come on. Do I not have it here? Maybe I can't find it. I'll find it eventually for you guys, but maybe not tonight. Maybe tonight's not the night. I'll look real quick one more time through. No, definitely not. It's not. I lost it. I don't know where it is. So I'll find it at some point, but I'm not going to waste any more of this day looking for it. Maybe I want to, though. Let me see. Nah, it's definitely. I can't find it. So anyway, but yeah, there you go, Gator. RJ McPot says your super chat ain't going through. I don't know what's going on there, buddy. That's unfortunate. Well, thank you for the thought. I appreciate it. Bearded checking in. What's up, man? Member for 17 months. Stuck with me through the offseason. I know I took a real break here, man. A real break. Like, I didn't even think about the Jets for a little while because I couldn't do it. I fucking needed to separate, man. Who is your new Mims Yaboa on this team? I think AG can unlock whoever. Ooh, that's a great question. Well, who did I? You know what? Well, my favorite draft pick was Mason Taylor. That was a guy I was very high on. As a matter of fact, he was the first tight end that I did any kind of work on in the this whole offseason. And I loved him. And I said, he's got some holes in his game, but I think it's more about what the school asks for them. He was very, very well. He did very well. But what I like about Mason Taylor is he's got the build, he's got the athleticism. But what I really like about him is he's the guy that when you draft guys, like, unless they're like a top 10 pick, the blue chips, the reason that they're not a top 10 pick is because they have things they have warts. So you got to believe that they're going to be able to work on them, right? So when they make it to the second round, the third round, the fourth round and on, it doesn't mean that they can't be great players, but they have a hole in their game, a hole or two, gaps. You want to believe that if I draft this guy, there's enough here to work with, and that he's got the makeup to hear what I'm saying and apply my teachings and develop into what I want him to develop into. Mason Taylor has the pedigree. Dude, Jason Taylor, like him I fucking hated Jason Taylor. I liked him the 1 year he was on the Jets, of course, and he got a safety in the championship game, which is great. But I hated him for most of his career. But let's be real. The guy was a stud. And him and his brother-in-law, Zach Thomas, these are guys. Zach Thomas wasn't even supposed to make it in the NFL with his size and everything like that. He ends up being like a fucking Hall of Famer. So that's who he grew up with. So he's got the makeup. He's got the upbringing, the pedigree of somebody. The work ethic is there. The everything you want is there. He's a perfect specimen. So let's say Mason Taylor right now. But I got to dig deeper, right? Like Mims was a second round pick and I loved him. But Yeboah was an undrafted free agent. Here's who I like. You ready? There's a guy that none of you guys, not none, but most of you guys don't even know about. And if you talk to Dom C, he's going to echo this. But his name is Jack Sermon, and he's a linebacker on the Jets. We signed him last year. Dude, the guy, he's one of those guys. He's just always where the ball is. Always. He's just that guy. Like Wayne Corbett. It's like he doesn't have the speed. He doesn't have the size. He doesn't have anything that you would think is going to make it in the NFL. But he did it anyway because he just knew how to, he could get open. And when you threw him the ball, there could be traffic. He just came away with the ball. It's what he did. He just knew how to do that. He just had it. So he ended up being one of our greats, and his number hasn't been used since he stopped using it. Why they don't just retire it, I don't know. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying Jack Sermon's going to be the defensive linebacker equivalent to Wayne Corbett, but just watch this guy in the preseason. He's a green bean special. So we'll see if he can stick around, and I'll be screaming his name. I'm going to miss Yeboah, though. He went to the Lions, dude. They're going to use him right. Well, maybe not. They lost all their coaches. Who knows what they're going to do up there? Mr. Forte checking in. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, Green. It feels like football. I know. It feels right. It feels good. Camp starting. Got the locker room, the new locker room, right? We signed all our guys. We kept our young stars for the foreseeable future. It's amazing. Hey, Bobby Ferrero. What's up, buddy? So good to see you, Bobby. Good to know you're hanging around. I love you. You know that. Let's see. Dom C loves seeing you on Assman. Oh, is Dom C here? Where's Dom? I didn't see him. Donkersloot. So what I expect from, and I love how Aaron Glenn just said, look, buddy, I know you're a prolific pass catcher, but guess what? You don't block no rock. I fucking love it. I love it. And that's what I mean about this year being clean. It's like the expectations are low. We're trying out. Look, Sammy went somewhere and he did well. A couple years later, and Geno Smith goes somewhere a bunch of years later and he does really well. And we're taking a swing on that happening for us. Now, it's unlikely. I mean, we're the place where, quarterbacks come to die and all that. But who knows? It's a whole different regime, man. We don't know. Where is Dom? I see people talking to Dom. I don't see him. Is he in here? Dom, if you're in here, tell him about Sermon. Let me see. Let me see here. What are you guys talking about? Do I have the top fans thing going? Who's Danger Zone's number one? Look at this. Mr. Forte, you're number two. Jake Assman's number three. And Jets Chaos and RJ McPott rounding out the top five. Look at that. You know what we're going to do this year? We're going to just do this. We're going to give shit away to the number one guy. At the end of a stream, we're going to take a look and we're going to say, hey, you get a t-shirt. You get a yellow cucumber. Let's cut the yellow cucumber right after we talk to Danger Zone. Pony Bean, stay gold. Best monolonger in the biz. Monolonger. Monologer. Yeah, I don't even know what we were talking about. But anyway, Dano, what do you think? A yellow cucumber. Let's see what's up. Here we go. I got a knife, got a cucumber. We're going to cut it. Look at this. Looks just like a cucumber. Can you see it? Let me cut a slice. I didn't wash it or nothing, but that's okay. It came right from the garden. There ain't no chemicals out there, unless the shit that they're dropping from the sky and these fucking chemtrails is falling over there. You know what this is, everybody? You want to take a guess? I'll tell you exactly what it tastes like. Fucking cucumber, everybody. It's a cucumber, but it's cool looking. So there you go. Now we know. Now you know what it is. There you go, everybody. We did it. Yellow cucumber has been breached. All right. Yoitz. Where are you, Yoitz? I just saw you. There it is. Yoitz. There he is. Look at this guy. Member for 25 months. All right. Hype for our team with this new regime. That rhymes, buddy. Non-football question. What's the best coaster to ride this summer in Virginia? Well, interestingly enough, I haven't ridden any. So I'll tell you what I want to ride, though, is Raptera. The new wing coaster at King's Dominion. Positive feedback. There's Dom. Dom, tell him about Sermon. Tell him about Sermon, Dom. You probably are. Let me see where Dom is. Jackson Sermon. Captain at Cal for 2 years, a little undersized, but moves sideline to sideline very well. Underrated in pass coverage, special teams standout as well. He's one of those guys. Let's root for Jack's Sermon, everybody. There you go. I like him. So I would say Raptera, but check it out. There's another coaster, Yoitz. I don't know if you know about this, but a legendary coaster at Busch Gardens was named the Big Bad Wolf, and they took it out and they replaced it with a coaster called Verbolten, which is good. And they kept a part of the profile of Big Bad Wolf, so you still got to experience the drop over the Rhine River. So it's really cool. But this year, they put in a coaster called Revenge of the Big Bad Wolf. And it's a inverted coaster. So you swing underneath it, but it's a family coaster, but it's super long. It has like 3 lift hills. So it's going to be great. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited. Well, here's the things. Thanks for asking that. So Charles, I love pickles too, but you know what pickles are? Charles, they're cucumbers, buddy. So check it out. I just got a 3 cabbage out of my garden. And I chopped them up. And currently I am fermenting it into sauerkraut as we speak. So another week or so, and I'm going to have fresh sauerkraut. I got to burp it every day and I could smell it, dude. It's like, and check it out. All it is cabbage and salt. That's it. And water. No, there's not even, I forget to add it. It's just the water of the cabbage. I squeeze it. You put the salt on it and then you squeeze the cabbage 3 times. And there it is. You stick it in the fucking jar. Who knew? So I'm doing all that stuff. So maybe I make some pickles, buddy. I have pickling stuff. You know what, Charles? I'm making you a yellow pickle. Charles, you're going to come to our opening day thing? If you come to our opening day thing, right, Dom, it tastes like a cucumber. Exactly. That's funny. John said the zucchini. Shit. No, it actually tastes great. It's a crisp young cuke. Right, Eric Craig's in the house. It tastes like a cucumber, everybody. You guys are the best. Yellow, green, orange, no difference. Well, they have the lemon cucumbers. They're round. We grew them too, but they died. I had an infestation of cabbage bugs. They destroyed my zucchini. I got like 6 spaghetti squash. They killed my my butternuts. So we're gonna replant them. And I'm doing some melons, cucamelons. You ever hear those? But anyway, I got to catch up because you guys are the Wedge. What's up? Just with a $20 donation. You got a comment, Wedge? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate the kindness, the love, the sugar, the fermented cabbage. So yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. So you know what I might do? I got all my eggs, my chickens. You know what's funny? When I shit you not, guys, I had a refrigerator filled with eggs. Probably 50 dozen eggs, if not more. So what I did was I did something called water glassing. So I took like 4 dozen, about maybe 5 dozen, and I water glassed them. So I have eggs when the chickens stop laying, and you just put them in water with some pickling shit, and you leave it in there, and they're good for a year. So it's crazy. Crazy. Who knew? So I went on vacation, and I had a guy I know watch my house, and I said to him, dude, he's like a weightlifter kid, and he said he watched my dogs and everything, fed my chickens, and stayed at my house. And I said to him, yo, eat as many eggs as you want. Thinking, he'll eat a couple dozen eggs, right? I shit you not. He said he ate 8 eggs a day for 8 days. That's 64 eggs. So he was like took half of my supply. It was crazy. So anyway, I'm trying to catch back up. But the Wedge, thank you, man. They're not the cousins of a cucumber, Mr. Gorman. They are cucumbers. But like they say in alcoholic circles, once a cucumber becomes a pickle, it'll never be a cucumber again. That's what they say about alcoholics, Charles Gorman. Did you know that? That's me. I tried really hard to be a cucumber again. Nope, can't do it. I have 1 sip of alcohol. I'm like, you know what'll be really good? A fucking case of beer. I'm telling you, 1 sip. I go, If I smoke 1 joint, I go, you know what would go real good with this joint? Coke. That's what I do, man. I've done it far too many times. I know the deal. Everybody. I'm a pickle. I'm a pickle, Charles. Don't eat me, buddy. The Wedge checking back in too. The Wedge, I just leave a comment. I'm going to look for a regular comment, and I want to read what you have to say. That's 2 super chats with no comment. Unless you're just doing it, trying to get the XP points. The Wedge has got to overtake Danger Zone. I mean, what the hell's Dano doing? The Wedge has to be up top. Let's see. The Wedge, number 1, buddy. Dano, number 2. Swamp Ranger, number 3. The main catch. Dude, GreenBean, great to see you, man. Great to see you, buddy. You know, somebody I know is going to Maine next week. Ogunquit, Maine, which is, I love Ogunquit, Maine. I love Maine in the summer, dude. It's probably my favorite state in the summer. No exaggeration. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Wait, what's this? Green Dog. Molly crew at the pool dared him to do it. Dared him to do what? Ron Weiss says, it's exactly how I met Cindy. 3 hard squeezes. Yeah, it's what it takes. You can't give up at the second squeeze, Ron. Everybody knows this, right, buddy? That's how you get the good one. Well, the thing is, if you make it to the 3rd squeeze, then that's them saying, okay, you're in. First squeeze, you get a pop in the chops, you're out. That's the way it goes. Hey, Adirondack, good to see you, buddy. But main catch, good to see you. I did Swamp Ranger. No way. I said yours earlier. Let me see. I'll find it. Oh, there it is. You're right. Sorry. Thank you for telling me. Kiko Mayoga will be GreenBean for. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I didn't like the draft pick. But yeah, I'm in. You know, linebackers are my cup of tea. Let's see. Let's look at our depth chart. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Let's take a look. We'll look together. Okay, you guys want to look together, Swamp Ranger? And DeWedge, I'm going to keep my eyes out for a DeWedge comment. All right. Let me see here. All right, so this is all different, man. It's like fucking StreamYard looks so weird. Let me see. Sharing tips. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's go. All right, so here's the Jets. All right, the Swamp Ranger, I'm going to get your comment off, though, okay, buddy? Just so we can see, but this is for you. So we're going to look. So where is this guy that you talk about? All right, so here's our linebackers right here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Francisco. That's right. That's right. Kiko. That's right, buddy. I know the deal. All right. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go. So you guys can read. So here we go. At our defensive end position, look who's up top, right? Will McDonald putting on some weight. Here's what I want more than anything in the football world. This is my number one hope for game 1. You guys ready? Charles, Green Dog, Dom, Clancy, you guys ready? Swamp Ranger. This guy right here, Will McDonald. I want to see him head to head with the guy that everybody thought we were going to draft, and the Steelers and Patriots giggled together and rubbed their hands. Let's fuck the Jets. And they jumped up and they grabbed Broderick Jones. I want to see Will McDonald posted up on Broderick Jones all day. That's what I want to see. And I want to see Will McDonald take him to school and steal his motherfucking lunch. That's what I want to see en route to making Aaron Rodgers feel like a 41-year-old guy who's just not supposed to be here. There is nothing I want to see more. Now, right below that, I'd love to see Justin Fields throw some touchdowns to Garrett Wilson, right? I'd love to see Justin Fields look like a quarterback, but I can wait till week 2. I want to see Will McDonald school Broderick Jones, Aaron Rodgers on his back. That's what I want. Do you hear me? Everybody, Jets curse, whoever's there. That's what I'm asking for. If that happens and you're anywhere near me at the Talking Jets meetup, just know that if I choke you, that means I'm really I love you and I'm excited. Okay? If I'm just choking the shit out, it's not bad. Choke me back. I'm in. It's just what kind of shit I do. I rip clothes. If I rip your jersey, I'll buy you a new one. Don't worry about it. I'm not all right. Because you haven't seen me like that because we never see anything good. I'm telling you, the last bunch of times I've been in that set, I haven't seen an offensive touchdown in since 2019. 6 years, I haven't even seen an offensive touchdown. Think about that. So nobody's gotten choked. Nobody's clothes get ripped off. Nothing. I haven't picked anybody up and thrown them 2 aisles down. Dude, all that stuff can happen any given time. So anyway, but let's take a look. So here we go. Behind him is Tyler Barron, Eric Watts, who I want to see more, Rashad Weaver, and Michael Fletcher. So I don't know these guys. So here we go. You got Noddy here, Byron Cowart, but here's the guy. This is who we want to see. Is Fedarian Mathis. That's the guy we want to root for to sneak on up and get meaningful reps. What I'd really like to see is Fedarian Mathis and LT3. I'd like to see their belt loops hooked together and that they climb up the board together. Now, obviously, LT3 is not pushing Q anywhere, but these two guys, these three fellas, Tefeli, I mean, they're great depth and everything. But what we want to see is these young bucks push their way past these guys and the likes of Derek Noddy, Byron Cowart, Jay Tefeli, that these guys are all pushed to depth. That's what we want. And then Fatorma Mulba can fucking do whatever he wants to do. But here we go. Here we go. Jermaine Johnson is the X factor because we got Michael Clemens, and we want to see Eric Watson, Braden McGregor get reps. Are these guys worth developing? Can they be depth? Can they, what can they do? Can they get 30% of the defensive snaps and play specials? Can they be on the team? Are they worth keeping around for a few more years? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then you got Jonathan Kingsley over here. Who's this? What's this? Get out of here. There he is. The Bills from Syracuse. All right. 27 years old. Look at his, he's been waved a lot. He's been hanging around. He's not going to do nothing. So here we go. Now you got Quincy and Sherwood up top. Zaire Barnes is an interesting name, right? Got hurt last year. He was looking like an exciting guy we were going to get to poke around with, have some fun with a little bit. That's funny. Only here's the Jets chance after field goals. That's fucking the truth. Yeah, I've watched them just bastardize our Jets chant. It's the worst thing in the world. But anyway, so look, right behind Sherwood, this is what we're talking about, is Kiko. And how do you say that? It's like manga. There's an N in there, even though there's no N in there. But check it out. But here's another one. Secret. Here we go. So this is the interesting piece right here. These three guys. I can't even highlight it. Can I highlight these guys? Nope. Right here, guys. Former first round pick Jamin Davis or Yamin, but I'm calling him Jamin because I like it. And here he is, Jackson Sermon. Everybody, let's call him Jack. So it's going to be an interesting group. Zaire Barnes, Kiko Moanga, Jackson Sermon, Jamin Davis, Marcelino McCrary Ball's an interesting name, right? So these are guys that we got a nice little crew here. And then you got Sauce Gardner. Look at Stickers climbing the chart here. Right behind Sauce. Aaron Glenn says, you know what, Quantez Stickers? I like you. I'm going to make you a little project. I like it. And then Tony Adams. I'd like to see Malachi Core push Tony Adams. Let's see how the season develops. I don't think Tony Adams is a strong safety. That's just my deal with him. I'd like to see Malachi Moore up here, and I think he will, because Tony Adams is Tony Adams. He has his moments, but let's be real here. He's not, he's not entrenched. Andre Cisco, I really like. Jalen Simpson, Dean Clark, I don't know too much. But look at this. JBC pushed by AZ. But both of these guys can push this guy. See? So Tony Adams, Brandon Stevens is making the money. But hey, man, you got to produce on this team. And Isaiah Oliver hanging around, I like that. I like him around as nickel depth behind Michael Carter. Michael Carter, right? We didn't get to see him all that much last year. He was banged up. But we re-signed him to a nice extension. So, dude, this is a strong group, man. Stronger than you think. And it's all about what these guys can do developmentally. Malachi Moore, Mwanga, Zaire Barnes, Jamin Davis, Jackson Sermon, right? AZ Thomas, JBC, Eric Watts, Braden McGregor, LT3, Fadarian Mathis. What can we get out of these guys? Because McDonald, Quinnen, Jermaine, Quincy, Sherwood, Sauce, Cisco, and Carter are studs. Studs. Let's pop it up here. G-Dub, the extraordinaire. Love him. Love it, love it, love it. Keep him there for the next 10 years. Tyler Johnson, whatever. Irv Charles, special teams. Well, you know what I mean? These guys, these are whatever. Arian Smith, Josh Reynolds is solid. You know what I mean? Just as a guy. But Arian Smith can be an X factor. We don't love him in the fourth round, but we got him. So it is what it is. Brandon Smith, these guys, whatever. Xavier Gibson. But this is the guy. We got to get Alan Lazard out of here. Malachi Corley's got to be able to push Alan Lazard. And Aaron Glenn's taking the right approach with him. With him. Where am I at week one? Where's my seats? Well, I forget, but we're like 40-yard line upper level. And you know what we did this year, Hennessy? Like the last few years, we got like rows, full rows. But what happens is I'm on one end by fucking Jets Chaos, and he's talking about Canisius and everything else. And then you got other guys I want to hang out with. They're on the other end. So I never see them. Last year I had my daughter, and then I had Chaos, and then I had O'Leary, and then Ryan. So we're together. But it's like, and then you got to. So what we did this year was we got a square of seats. We got like five rows in the same area of the row. So we're all going to be like right together. The farthest you'll be, you can just turn around and there I am yelling at you. You know what I mean? Ah! Jumping over to choke you. That kind of it. With love, So anyway, look at this offensive line, dude. And then, so you got Olu, Simpson, Titman, AVT. See if he can stay healthy, and Membu. But here's what it's. So Okafor's great depth, love it. Josh Myers, great depth, love it. But here's where it gets interesting. Can we just agree that our offensive line coaching has not been what you would call stellar, right? So guys like Max Mitchell have regressed in under the tutelage of Keith Carter. So Carter Warren was a very good prospect. Max Mitchell was a very good prospect. If these guys can get some real coaching, so this is rock solid, young, strong, athletic, talented, and you can get Carter Warren and Max Mitchell to play like we thought they were going to play. Dude, we have a super strong 1 and 2. You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right there. So who maybe Newman. And if you keep 10, but you're likely to keep 9. Now maybe they keep 10. Maybe they say, you know what, dude, we're not playing games with the offensive line like Joe Douglas. But then Mason Taylor, Ruckert, Stone Smart, Kuntz. Give me a break already with Kuntz. Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor. Those are going to be our guys. I forgot we had Tyrod Taylor. But Martinez, Brady Cook, we'll see. And look at these running backs. Come on, man. And he's a return man right here. So he'll make the squad. So we're going to keep 4 running backs. You'll see. Telling you. You'll see. Hennessy, expectations for Corley. My expectation for Malachi Corley is that he pushes Alan Lazard, gets the reps, and when he gets the ball in his hands, he's going to be the Yak King. That's my expectation. I think that the previous regime are morons and can't identify talent on the offensive side of the ball. It's just that simple. And then you got Andrew Beck over here, his fullback. He ain't making the team. Look at our special teams. Where are they? Look at this guy. Where the fuck's, why'd they cut our punter? You know what I mean? Look at these guys. Mevis. Caden Davis. That's the guy. We'll see. I don't know, man. Caden Davis is all over the joint. Look at him. Xavier Gibson. Dude, Ngwangu has just got to push this guy off the team already. Malachi Corley and why? I mean, come on already. Anyway, there you go. That's that, everybody. What happened? Where's my face? Come on. I stopped sharing. It's supposed to be big. There I am. So you know what I mean? It's exciting. Swamp Ranger checking back in. If we don't win week 1, we'll be the same old Jets. Don't care about the next 16 games. Week 1 has kick us in the nuts written all over it. Dude, look, if you've been hanging out here for more than 10 minutes, you know damn well. Swamp Ranger said it perfectly. Week 1 has Jets nut kick written all over it, man. Just like you said. I mean, it's perfectly painted for us to, it's like the Jets experience is maximum pain. That's what it's all about. It's like, you trade Sam Darnold to the Carolina Panthers, Richie Anderson's there. No damn well. So we play him week 1. I said it weeks before. I think just brace yourself. You are going to see a bomb to Richie Anderson for 6 points. There's no doubt in my mind. Why? Because maximum pain. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. What else has to happen? So this game has pain written all over it, man. Aaron Rodgers looked like complete shit. Couldn't get us past 5 wins with Devontae Adams here. They couldn't get past 5 wins. And week 1, he's playing with the Steelers, Tomlin, DK Metcalf. But their offensive line it's an opportunity, man. Quinnen Williams, McDonald, if Jermaine Johnson's up to snuff, fucking LT2. We should just be rotating guys in, pounding the shit out of that offensive line. We got to get to Aaron Rodgers. You got to make him feel old quick. And then Sauce has got to be posted up on DK Metcalf all day with safety help. That's what you got to do. You got to shut him down, man. That's it. You got to make it hard. But like you said, if they lose that game, if Aaron Rodgers throws for 325 and 3 touchdowns, dude, it's same old Jets. But we'll see. This is a long season. It's a long season. Let's see here. What else we got here? Well, because of special teams, dude, can anybody outside of the first game of his career, that beautiful punt return touchdown to win the game against the Buffalo Bills in 2023, has Xavier Gibson given you any reason to have confidence in him? He's had a couple of nice plays, but he has more drops, fumbles. Like, dude, I don't see it. Now, granted, if I'm going to give other guys a pass with this offensive staff, then maybe I got to do it with Xavier Gibson. But I don't want to. But I'll try. Dude, tell me about it, Emanon. I would like a home opener touchdown, damn it. I haven't seen one. Fucking crazy, man. Indeed, it is 3 siblings. There it is. I'm with you, buddy. Yeah, Jake says Corley was the one person held accountable last year and was a rookie. Keith Carter set us back years. Sad again what we're leaving. Future, though. But and that's the thing. And look, and I'm going to tell you something. I said it 100 times. I'll say it one more. The Malachi Corley gaffe is it's a mistake by an excited kid. That is what you're supposed to do, because it was a great play. He just if you look at the clip of head on, him running into the end zone, his smile is to his ears. He can't believe it. They finally put me in a game and I'm getting a touchdown. I'm earning my spot. And he let the ball go an inch early. Stupid. What a good coach does, the next offensive play, you put the fucking ball right back in his hands. That's what you do. You don't put him in the doghouse for 3 weeks and then make him inactive to think about it. You don't do that, dude. There's no question why these guys sucked. You go, come here, man. Don't fucking worry about it. That was a bad move. Don't worry. We got the touchdown. We scored or whatever, and we won the game. But you grab them and you go, hey, cut the shit. Next play, ball's in your fucking hands. You ready for that? You want it back? You want to earn it back? That's what you do. You don't let it grow and fester like a fungus. So we're talking about it for a year. And the poor kid's thinking about it. He's a super talented kid. So he's got to push Alan Lazard. That's what he's got to do. He's got to get the ball in his hands. That's what I'm saying. And Ngwangu's a good return. Just let him do it. Again, Corley can't catch a punt. Somebody. Whatever, Dano. What are you going to do? They're not in money trouble. Who cares? Right? If they needed it, sure. Who cares what he makes? Hey, just so you guys remember this. Dano, remember this? I said it before I went on my hiatus. I said, brace yourselves, everybody. There are two players that every Jets fan thinks won't be on the team next year. I said, I'm telling you right now, just fucking brace yourselves. Alan Lazard and Michael Clemens will be on this team. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, Alan Lazard, you're paying him and you're locked into it and nobody's trading for him, right? So there's that. Michael Clemens is not guaranteed money. You can save, I think it's 3.5 of that 3.6, something like that. You can get it all back. So if you need it, you can get it. But here's the thing with Michael Clemens. Michael Clemens, for whatever you think about him, is the exact type of player that coaches want on the team. The reason he was all crazy and chasing dudes because there was no accountability on this team. A coach like Parcells would have had Michael Clemens playing at a fucking super high level. Don't forget, year one, we all loved Michael Clemens. 4th round pick, had a very solid rookie year. Nothing crazy. He's never going to be, Bruce Smith or somebody. It's not who he is. They asked him to gain 30 pounds and play defensive tackle. He gained 30 pounds and they kept him at defensive end, so he's fat and slow. Then next year, they asked him to gain or to lose the 30 pounds again. He did all that without a single gripe. You got guys complaining about everything in the NFL. Michael Clemens never said a peep. He's a team player. He's just loose. He's loose in the caboose. And if you don't keep him contained, that's what he's going to do. He's walking around with fucking no shirt on and Lucille, the baseball bat with the barbed wire. Because he thinks it's cool. Aaron Glenn would have met him at the car and said, put your fucking shirt on and leave the baseball bat in your trunk, you fucking idiot. What do you think this is? Because HBO's here? That's what do you think's going on here? Robert Saleh, just so we're clear, because Mike White had a decent game. It was actually a really good game. But because Mike White played well at quarterback, he let his fucking team print up shirts and wear them to the next game on the team bus while the starting quarterback of the team. Say what you want about Zach Wilson, dude. You do not allow. That's what you do. That's creating dissension. It's creating resentment. The first time he saw that shirt, he should have said, whoa, take it off. As a matter of fact, they should never even have thought that shit's okay. When I saw those guys wearing that shirt, as excited as I was for Mike White maybe to be something for fucking 5 minutes, I said, that is complete horseshit. You don't allow it, dude. This is a team. You don't allow it. That's Robert Saleh. He's like, what do you want to do? They're grown men. That's what they want to wear a t-shirt. I'm going to tell them what clothes they can wear now. You think Aaron Glenn would let that happen? If Tyrod Taylor so if Justin Fields struggles for 3 weeks and Tyrod Taylor comes in and throws for 280 and 3 touchdowns and we win, you think he's going to fucking allow the team to wear Tyrod for president shirts to the next game? Do you think that Aaron Glenn's going to allow that? No. That is what we've been watching. Robert Saleh had guys jumping off sides. Remember, dude, we were on our own 5-yard line. We had 3 consecutive offsides. We were backed us up to the 1-yard line. They asked Robert Saleh, why aren't you benching? Why aren't you doing? And he said, what do you want me to do? Make them do push-ups? That was his answer. Say, dude, right there. You go, dude, get the fuck out of my house. When you're running up the stairs, keep going. Run down the turnstile, get in your car, and drive to San Francisco. You don't remember? It was the Minnesota game. When we went up to Minnesota and Tyler Conklin was supposed to explode and he fucking dropped 4 passes. Come on, Jake. That was his revenge game. And we played great and we should have won it. Berrios dropped it in the end zone, remember? And I don't care. You can keep Mike White. You can be excited. I don't care about him. Of course, earn it. He's earning it. But you don't let division seep into the team. It's like Parcells said, if you have 2 starting quarterbacks, you have no starting quarterback. Remember that? What he's saying is because the team is split. So you have to do everything you can to stop that from happening, not let it grow. Yep, Clancy remembers. Dano remembers. Hennessy knows. Again, you guys know I was as critical of Zach Wilson as much as I below Benzad every Sunday. I was as critical of Zach Wilson as anybody in the world. It doesn't matter. If you're trying to hold a team together, you don't let that, then fucking cut him. Get him off the team. If that's what you're going to do, then get rid of him. It's like no team. This is the Jets, and Robert Saleh did this too. No team ever has an entrenched starting quarterback who's benched and keeps that like the next year keeps that quarterback on the team. Never. It doesn't happen. We did it. It's over. We did it. So that's the thing. I don't know about all that, Hennessy. But he's got to, look, they got to set, the time to set that tone is in contract negotiations. Look, man, if you want me to run a professional outfit, here's what it needs to look like. And we have to agree here, now. And the minute that you break it, that's breaching this contract. So when you're running around and you're stepping in to the room and you're saying, and your kid is fucking talking about Madden stats and all that shit and we're zeroed in on this guy, and you say, no, it's got to be that guy because my kid, once that happens, breach. That's where it has to happen. So I don't know, but I'm with you. I think Glenn's just not going to have any of this shit. They were wearing it. Let's see, man. Let me see here. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. You ready? This is for Jake and everybody else and all this stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Wait for it. So look at this. Mike. There's fucking Uzoma. You suck. Berrios. Remember, you were Zach's best friend. Remember, Zach Wilson is good. There's Conklin. You dropped fucking 4 passes. He's wearing a Tyler Conklin shirt. Dude, there it is. Proof. Okay? For anybody who didn't believe me. There it is. That's them getting on the plane to go to Minnesota. Bunch of losers. There's the wedge. There you are, buddy. Mr. GreenBean, I'm so warped in thinking that, hey, we got a fucking shot. And don't forget 68. Dude, I'm with you too, man. Don't forget, man. Genie came in, like took over a 4-12 team and went 10-6 with a bunch of scrubs. Yeah, he had good, but they were, they were drafting guys and everything. But and then Bowles came in, took over, 6-10 team and went 10-6. They didn't make the playoffs rookie year. Salah's the only one, and Gase, they're the ones who suck. Gase went on that 8-2 run, though. Remember that? The end of the year? Yeah, 3 siblings. Let me tell you something. The whole time leading up to I'm telling you, man, I got my head chewed off that year. I wanted nothing to do with Zach Wilson. Nothing to do with him. I said, dude, whatever the hell you guys are seeing, it's fucking smoking. It's fantasy land. Now, if Zach Wilson would have went with Sean Payton or a real lot like a Shanahan and sat for a year and did all that and did it the right way, very possible. He was coming to the Jets, and we had, who do we have? We had LaFleur, but the whole thing was the whole plan was Greg Knapp. So that's where that shit went wrong. But it was like, dude, I don't know, man. This kid, he's coming here. We have no offensive line. Every time he was pressured, he looked like a complete joke. Wyatt checking in. Super Bowl season, I'm calling it now. There you go, Wyatt. I'm in. I think it is. Let me just say it like this. It is unlikely that this is our Super Bowl season. I'm in, though. I'm in, buddy. I just don't see it. But I'll tell you what I do see. I'm genuinely interested in what they're going to do. It's clean. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same throw that, what's his name? The kid up in Minnesota now that they let Sam Darnold go. I'll tell you what, dude. If the Jets ever have a quarterback, I don't give a shit what his name is, who wins 15 games or whatever it is, 15-2, and they let him go in free agency because we have a first-round draft pick we drafted, and who has a fucking torn knee, dude, I'm going to lose my marbles. What's his name? McCarthy. He had the same throw in his pro day. Infrared, there you go. 5 years, dude. I'll be almost 60 years old. Infrared, come on, ain't happening this year. But they let Sam Darnold go because they got right. McCarthy's his name, I think. Who's coming off a knee injury, dude? A season-ending knee injury. I don't know. 15-2. What the hell are you doing? You just sign the guy, man. You just keep it going, man. You got Addison, you got Jefferson. You build, But hey, who cares? Sammy gonna Sam. Maybe they saw it. Who knows? All right, guys. I'm yawning. I'm tired. My eyes are burning. There's Jake. Here he is. Member for 15 months. Thank you, Jake. Make the games competitive and watchable on Sunday and show me some growth. I can live it. Dude, me too. That's what I'm talking about. I want to be competitive. I want to be like in the games. I want to see real football. I want to have fun. That's it. You know what I mean? All right. With that all said, I love you guys. We're back Tuesday nights. It's going to be good. I will tell you guys, I'm going to be doing a lot less night streaming this year. I don't think I'm doing the Thursday thick of it this year. I got a lot going on. So we're going to be doing the game streams this year for sure. We'll be doing the Tuesday night streams. I'll be doing this one every Tuesday. But probably I'm not going to be doing the Wednesday with Tigo. I'm not going to be doing the Thursday thick of it. And I probably won't be doing the 10 o'clock mock next year. Just because I am burnt and I got a lot going on. So, but yeah, we'll hang. But I love you guys, man. This was good. Good times, man. We're back. Wyatt says, screw competitive. I feel, hey, dude, you got good ankles. He's got vibing ankles, everybody. Trust Wyatt's ankles. That's going to be the rallying cry. Every game we win, Wyatt, we're going to talk about your ankles, sexy ass. That's what we're going to do. All right, guys. Have a good night. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the weirdest thing. When I go on break, I lost like 70 subscribers. It's the weirdest thing. Like, who does that? I never unsubscribe. Like, if I'm subscribed to Infrared's channel or Danger Zone and he takes a break, I don't get mad and unsubscribe. It's a weird thing. It happened last year, too. I take a fucking breath. 50 people unsubscribed. Like, I don't like this guy anymore. I don't know who does that. So if you're one of those guys, subscribe. Get me back over 13.7, man. That's where I was. I was heading into 14,000 land, and now I'm fucking back at 13.6. Yeah. Dano, you know what? Dano, take Thursday nights, buddy. There you go. 8 o'clock, Thursday night. Dano. Danger Zone. There you go. Fuck them. Yeah, I'm with you, Joe Boom. Right, man. The real stay. That's what I'm saying. You know, what are we doing? We take a break, we come back. I'm subscribed. I didn't unsubscribe to Matt O'Leary because he went on vacation. You know what I mean? So anyway, plus I had a fucking nervous breakdown. We'll get into that some other day. I love you guys. With that all said, I have no outro. Let me see if I could do something here. What is this? Wow. La-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Feeding the ducks. What's this? It sucks. So we're just going to end it. We're just going to end it. Guys, have a good night. I will see you some other day.